Okay, so today's session is a part of a larger series, Sanskrit from Scratch. And after a long amount of time, we are having this session. And today, as I spoke earlier before the recording started, we'll be covering something from purely a grammatical perspective. The part that we'll be covering is called Anusvāra Prakaran, or the rules surrounding the usage of Anusvāra in Sanskrit. Before I begin, I'd like to recite something that is usually recited. It is obeisance to those grammarians and munis who contributed to the present grammatical structure and have brought us the present grammatical tradition. येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. What it means is Yena, by whom, Akshara, Samamnayam, the system of letters, Adhigamya Maheshwarat, was taken from Maheshwara, Kritsnam Vyakaranam Proktam, and thus, having taken that system, he created the grammatical system and taught it to us. To that Panini who did all of this, my salutations. Tasmai Paninaye Namaha. वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. So, to Vakyakara Vararuchi, to the commentator Vararuchi, to the Bhashyakara on whom Vararuchi commented. Bhashyakara is more of an elaborate explanation, Bhashyakar, Bhashya, and Bhashyakara is Patanjali. And to the Rishi Panini, who gave the sutras, um, to these three munis, my namaskar, my pranamami, pranatosmi munitrayam. So, from here we'll begin. Now, first of all, before even knowing why Anuswara or how Anuswara, you should know a bit about what is Anuswara. Anuswara, denoted by a dot on top of a letter, plays a crucial role in pronunciation and grammar. It is also known as the Bindu. Let us understand its usage in Sanskrit with the help of three rules from Ashtadhyayi. Just a second, let me change the mode from editing to viewing. That will make the job easier. Yes. So, you can see in this picture here, let me try and get it better, a better angle here. Mhm. Yes, is it visible to you guys completely? This picture on the right. Okay. So you can see this top dot you can see is called the Bindu or the Anuswara. Now, there are few definitions that you should know. In Paninian grammar, the word ach is used to refer to the set of all vowels. The collections of all the vowels in Sanskrit is called ach. You can also call it swaraha. Okay, it includes e, u, re, ri, a, o, ao, and their dirgha or long forms, which have been listed down here. Then there is hal. Hal refers to all the consonants, vyanjanas, vyanjanani in Sanskrit. It includes all of these that have been listed here. This part is clear. Is there any doubt here? Any questions? Anything that you may not have understood? Like, this is just a name. You could name it anything, but here a particular name is given, ach and hal. If you did understand this, please like give a thumbs up or something. That will help me understand that you did get this part up till here. Okay. And if you did not, just give a thumbs down or something. I'll explain it again. Okay. I'll then move forward. So here comes the first rule that will confuse you. Rule 1. Monuswaraha. Here, when the letter M is followed by a hull letter. What is hull? Consonant. When ma, this uh, last you can say, is followed by hull letter, it transforms into an anuswara. For example, phalam khadami. What does it mean? Can someone, any of you guess? Phalam khadami, phalam bhakshayami. Any guesses what it would mean?
Eating fruits.
Yeah, I eat fruits more like. Okay, because it ends in ami.
Oh,
It becomes this last ma you can see here. Last ma. This last ma here, you can see it became an anuswara. Why? Because kha here was a hull letter, a consonant. Same, aham smarami becomes aham smarami. It is the same. You can, pronunciation wise, it makes no difference. But for writing purposes, it becomes a dot above. So sometimes you might see the dot, sometimes you might see the whole written. And the first rule is it transforms into an anuswara if it is followed by a hull letter, a consonant. Is it clear up till here? Thumbs up, thumbs down, same system. If it is not clear, give a thumbs down. Okay. Now, the first corollary of this rule, when ma is for when this or ma is followed by an ach letter, it does not undergo any change. Ach is like, this is not a rule that is explicitly written, but we can understand this from the help of this rule, that this, there is no such change. Ach. Ach refers to a vowel. So aham asmi, a is a vowel, correct? It is an ach. So aham asmi does not undergo a change. It can, although due to sanghita means closeness, be written as aham asmi. Like, it is the same thing. Aham asmi and aham asmi, same thing. Same. Tom ichhasi does not undergo a change. It does not become an anuswara. Like the above example, it can also be written as Tom ichhasi. Tom ichhasi can be written as Tom ichhasi. Like the pronunciation is same, but you can see the difference in what is written and how it has, kind of come together like a chemical reaction. I hope it is clear up till here. Okay, very nice. Very nice, very nice. So now we'll see corollary 2. When is followed by nothing, that is, it is at the end of the sentence or paragraph, it undergoes no change. We saw what happens when it is followed by hull, a consonant. We saw what happens when it is followed by an ach, vowel. Now we are saying what happens to this or this ma with a halanta. The word halanta comes from the word hull. Hull plus anta is halanta. Okay. So consonant ending, the literal meaning of the word is consonant ending, is followed by nothing, that is, it is at the end of the sentence or paragraph, it undergoes no change. For examples, in Vignesho aham, the last ma is not followed by anything. If there is a purna virama here, or that is what I say, Vignesho aham, it means I am Vignesha. If not followed by any word, it remains Vignesho aham. Is this again clear? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. Nice. We'll move to the next part. Now, I wanted to include another example, so I've written here include another example, but I forgot to include it. So ignore this line. Next rule. Now that you have understood one rule, here is where things might get complex, and you might not remember it in just one go. But hang on with me. It will get easier with time. The second rule is called Anusvarasya Yai Parasavarnaha. This rule is used only after rule 1 has been applied. Please keep this in mind. Before understanding this, we will have to understand the concept of Vargiya Vyanjanani, of the row and column wise matrix arrangement of the consonants as we do in Hindi, okay, or Sanskrit. Although this is more a feature of Hindi that more people would be familiar with. So, how many of you have actually seen this? Can you like just give a thumbs up if you have seen this matrix arrangement before? Ka varga, cha varga, ta varga, and all of that. Even if you have not seen this is like a very standard usage even in linguistics. If you learn linguistics, they also arrange it in a similar fashion, although they give more uh, names which are more descriptive. Just a second. So here it can be seen that there are 5 columns and 5 rows. Now 5 columns multiplied by 5 rows gives us 25 cells. So there are 25 Varga Vyanjanas in total divided into 5 Vargas. One Varga is denoted by 1 row. Okay. Each Varga has 5 Vyanjanas. The names of the Varga are derived from the first letter of the respective Vargas. The fifth letter of each Varga forms a column which we can call as Anunasika. Okay. This whole column can be called Anunasika. You can see this it is this column. The rule says that when an Anusvāra is followed by any Varga Vyanjana, the Anusvāra should be transformed to the letters Vargas, okay, corresponding nasal. Now I'll explain this again. It is a 3-step process. I'll come to this. First, you should you can in your mind read this again. Confused? Examples will make this clear. But till then, just read it again. So I'll give you 1 minute. Yes, I am back again. Sorry for the disturbances. So now we'll see a few examples. Now take the word danta. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit more. Take the word Danta. Which letter follows Anuswara here? After Anuswara, which letter is present here? Ta. You can see Anuswara is above the, and the next letter is Ta. Ta. Which Varga does Ta belong to? Ta belongs to Ta Varga. Okay, literally, you can see Ta belongs to Ta Varga. Step 3. Which letter is the nasal of Ta Varga? Let us see. Which letter is the nasal of Ta Varga? Na is the nasal of Ta Varga. This fifth. So, Danta becomes Danta. Pronunciation wise, it remains the same, but the writing scheme changes. You see this? Now, did you understand this example or did you not? Kindly give a thumbs up, thumbs down. Um, okay, this is good. Now we will move to the next one. Now, in a very similar way, Ganga, you can see. Let us repeat this with Ganga. In Ganga, you can see that the next of Ga, Ga belongs to which Varga? Can someone tell me in this? Which letter does Ga belong to? Which, sorry, Varga?
Ka Varga.
Very nice. And what is the nasal of the Ga Varga? Can someone tell? Okay. This letter is not Da. Okay. This is something that sounds similar to, although my Ucharana is not the most perfect one. Okay. Ka, kha, ga, ghang, ga. Like it is similar to Na, but pronounced from the throat. It is a guttural nasal, you can say. So, Ganga becomes Ganga. Vyanjana similarly becomes Vyanjana. Ghanta becomes Ghanta. And now I'll zoom out a bit. Let's see how to zoom in properly. Now, Champa becomes Champa. Now, I'll give a few more examples. One example is what happens to the previous examples. Aham Pashyami by rule 1, the Monuswaraha, uh, first becomes Aham Pashyami, and by rule 2, it becomes Aham Pashyami or Aham Pashyami again. Okay. Ramam Namati becomes Ramam Namati by rule 1, and then again becomes it Raman Namati by rule 2. Now, a corollary here is this rule is applicable only to Vyanjanas which have a corresponding nasal. Hence, there is no change if the following Vyanjana is a ra, sha, sha, sa, or ha after the bindu. For example, Singha remains Singha, Vangsha remains unchanged, and so on. Corollary to the corollary, three letters ya, la, va, while not having a Vargiya Vyanjana, while not being Vargiya Vyanjana, do make the Anuswara undergo a change. However, for the sake of simplicity, we will not explore this. Hence, you can continue writing Sanyukt, Samvad, and other similar words the way they are. Okay. Is it clear up till here? We will not move to rule 3 until every part of this is clear. Yeah, you can have a look at it. If tell me if there is anything. Also, raise your hands. If it's not your hands, but thumbs up, thumbs down. for whether you understood this or not. Others, did you understand this? Okay. I'll then move on to the third rule. I'll try to move on to the third rule. Va padantasya. Va padantasya. This rule is mostly an exception to the previous rule. This is here to make things easy, clear up the mess after the second rule. It says that when an Anusvāra is present at the end of a pada, roughly the word pada means a word, the conversion to the nasal is optional. Examples: we stated earlier that aham pashyami by rule 1 first becomes aham pashyami, and by rule 2 it becomes aham pashyami or aham pashyami again. Now, by rule 3, both aham pashyami and aham pashyami are valid. Both of these forms are valid. Similarly, we stated that Ramam Namati becomes Ramam Namati by rule 1 and then becomes Raman Namati by rule 2. By rule 3, both Ramam Namati and Raman Namati are equally cool, are equally valid in Sanskrit grammar. Thus, we come to the end of these examples and today's session, in fact. So, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, pose those queries that you have in your mind. I'll be pasting the link to this article, or you can say whatever this is, here as well. Just a second. Let me find the link. Mode. Share. Yeah, will be here. You can explore this yourself and suggest me if I can include something else as well. Maybe more examples for something that you did not quite understand. Yeah, it has been shared. You can check in the chat box. I'll stop the recording first of all, and then we can have some informal discussion as well.